Hey everyone. So today's Bible story is just about being joyful with others and helping them be joyful. And it's Romans 12:15 is basically what we're focusing on. And so we have two activities. This one's kind of fun. You'll talk about Paul wrote the letter to the Romans to just, share everything Jesus had done and also to, tell them how to live and treat others. And so that's the letter that we're reading, of course, Romans. And so Romans, you're going to read Romans 12:2, which is don't conform to the pattern of this world, but transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and prove what God's will is good, pleasing, and perfect will. That's Romans 12:2. So read that to them. You'll have a Bible. And then just talk about, you'll get them in a little circle for a little experiment. And so you're going to take and you are going to, first you're going to do water. And you're going to do water, fill it about 2/3 full. Or so, something like that. That's a little overhead. So 2/3 full or so. You can add some food color if you want, just, because it's more fun that way. And it looks prettier. So kind of mix that up. And then you're going to take, come back. And you're going to take some oil. And then you're just going to pour a layer of oil in there. And of course, it's oil. So it's going to float on the top and form this layer of oil on top. And so now you're going to read Romans 12:10, which is to be devoted to one another in love, honor one another above yourselves. And then you're going to drop something in the jar. So, boop, I have a ball there. Yep, I knew that was going to make a mess. Got to do it kind of gently. You probably will splash. And then you're going to close the jar. And of course, your item sunk to the bottom of the jar. I hope you can see that. And then you're going to take it and you're going to make sure the lid's really, really tight. I'm going to wipe up my mess a little bit. And then you can give them a chance as well. So you can shake it really good. And then you can pass it around and let them shake it. And then you can look in the jar and you can see, I don't know if you can really see in the camera, but the oil's all swirly and mixed in for now, but it won't stay that way, right? And so it causes, like, when we shake it, it causes like these patterns, but you can kind of see when you're doing it, you can see the oil kind of swirling around in there. And so what the idea is, and then you're gonna just talk about it as you let the oil separate back out. And so basically, talk about how, like, you've noticed someone and they seem down, right? And you're not sure to help them. And so we can share joy. So we can be that thing that stirs up joy in people. And so it can be hard when we have difficult emotions, when people are having a hard time, when we're facing stuff. It can be hard to find joy. And it can be hard to find those different elements when they're mixed up, right? When our emotions are mixed up, it's hard to find that joy. But we can be that stabilizing element that can help that joy rise up again. So it's just kind of a fun little experiment to help us think about Jesus is where the joy comes from. And Jesus will always rise up. We should always have him first in our lives. And that helps us to have joy as well. So it just kind of helps us think about our emotions get really mixed up. We can get really mixed up. But we don't have to stay that way, right? We can help others and others can help us to stabilize ourselves and get our joy back. So it's just kind of a weird little experiment, but you know me, I like experiments. So if you have a little more time, you have these little cards, and they're just some stuff that goes along with parties. And so if you've ever played headbands, you're going to play a version of headbands. So you'll have, to make it easier, you can do it as a whole group, but you're going to have everybody get a team of like 2 to 4, so you don't have total chaos. So you'll have your group of 2 to 4, and then you'll pick a group to go first and pick someone on that team. And then that's a hard. So you're going to do, and you're going to give it to the kid, and they're not allowed to see it. So basically, I would just go like this and put it on their forehead and then have them hold it. And then their team, so that was couple kids, have to give clues to try to get this person to figure out what they are. So that's how headbands work. The reason you want to have teams still is that you don't want everybody yelling out clues because it would totally get crazy. So you tell them, hey, only give clues to your teammates. And then, you can play till you run out of time or till everybody gets a chance to guess and give clues. So have fun.